Hello students, we have seen the types of utility in the previous video. I hope you have understood. Today we will discuss the concept of utility. Students, listen carefully. The concept of utility and the types of utility is different. The concept of utility is only two concepts. First is a total utility and second is a marginal utility. That means TU and MU. So what is a concept of utilities? See, total utility. What is a total utility? Total utility refers to the aggregate of utility derived by the consumer from all units of a commodity consumed. It is an aggregate of utility from all successive units of a commodity consumed. It is a total utility. Then what is a marginal utility? That means MU. Marginal utility refers to the additional utility derived by a consumer from an additional unit of a commodity consumed. In other words, it is the addition made by the last unit of a commodity consumed. See students, in simple words, total utility. Total utility refers to the sum of utilities derived from the consumption of all the units of a commodity. And marginal utility refers to the utility derived from the consumption of the last unit of a commodity. Total utility in symbolically TU is equal to sigma MU or TUN. N's mean nth level. So TUN is equal to MU1 plus MU2 plus MU3 dash 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 MUN. That means TU total utility. Then marginal utility. Marginal utility means MU and it symbolically MUN is equal to TUN minus TU in bracket N minus 1 bracket complete. N means nth level. Okay students, next topic, relationship between total utility and marginal utility. See, in question, explain relationship between total utility and marginal utility. See, marginal utility derived from various units of a commodity and its total utility are interrelated. This can be easily followed from the hypothetical example given in the below. See, utility schedule. In this schedule, there are three columns, units of a commodity. This utility schedule table is a three column. First column is a units of a commodity X. Second column is a utility. Third column is a marginal utility. First column, units of a commodity X is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and total utility is 10, 18, 24, 28, 30, 30, 28 and marginal utility column is 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0, minus 2. This table explains the relationship between total utility and marginal utility. On the basis of this table, total utility and marginal utility curve can be derived with the following diagram. TU curve means total utility curve. MU curve means marginal utility curve. See in diagram, x-axis represent units of a commodity consumed and y-axis represent total utility and marginal utility. In this diagram, total utility curve slope upward, whereas marginal utility curve slope downward. Marginal utility curve shows zero and negative level of marginal utility, whereas total utility curve shows maximum and constant total utility level. So student, the above given schedule and diagram explain that total utility and marginal utility of the very first unit of a X consumed are the same. That means initial stage total utility and marginal utility are equal. That means TU is equal to MU. This is the first stage. Second, as the consumer consume further units of X, the total utility increase at the diminishing rate and marginal utility goes on diminishing. That means TU upward direction, MU lower direction. That means from the consumption of a second units, total utility increases at the diminishing rate and marginal utility goes on decreasing. So TU curve slope upward and MU curve slope downward. Third stage. At a particular stage, total utility reaches to its maximum and remain constant, whereas marginal utility becomes zero. This is called the point of satiety. That means when total utility is maximum, marginal utility is zero. It indicates the points of satiety. At this point, TU curve reaches the highest level and MU curve touches the x-axis. That means TU maximum, MU 0. Then after the point, any additional units consumption further result in a decline in the total utility, while marginal utility becomes negative. TU downward, MU negative. That means when total utility decline, marginal utility intersect the x-axis and become negative. It shows dissatisfaction of a consumer. In this case, TU curve start falling and MU curve entered into negative quadrant. Understand? After reaching the point of satiety, a rational consumer should stop his consumption since the maximum limit of satisfaction is reached and there is no addition to total utility by any further increase in the stock of commodity. Consumption beyond the point of satiety transfer satisfaction into dissatisfaction. In other word, consumption in other word, consumer starts experiencing ill effects of consumption. And it is observed that total utility is always positive, but marginal utility may be positive, zero, and even negative. Thank you, students. I hope you understand the relationship between marginal utility and total utility. Thank you.